leaders need to also attract talent, right? Because before we talked about this, and I remember you said a quotation was, before you can be a leader, you also need to be a follower. And in that context, attracting people requires us to also understand what the needs of the new economy, the new employees are like. How do leaders need to frame themselves also about hiring, about attracting talents and making sure that they are attractive? The industry can't do it alone.
Yeah, well, there's attraction and then there's also retention, right? It's much easier to retain who you have than to attract new. I mean, this is also true of associations, right, in terms of membership. So, you know, that point about remembering how it was like to be a follower, right, a member of the team, helps us to reflect as leaders on how we should be leading. And I think in the context of crisis management, probably the first thing we should do is to provide assurance. I learned that as a scout, you know, in first aid class. The first thing you do is assure the casualty rather than say, oh my, you're going to die. So we should first provide that assurance, right? And then address the problems. And then I think there is an important realization that we need to make as well, that again, you know, reinforcing the organizational values as an anchor, right? Nowadays, when people want to join an organization, they also look for what the organization stands for, other than, you know, the job role and the money, right? They also want to feel that they can align with the organization's values. So, you know, we do see that sustainability is a theme that resonates with many people, and they want to know that I'm joining an organization that you know, walks the talk, subscribes to the idea of sustainability. So that's an example, yeah, where organizational values help us through the crisis, but they also help us on a sustained basis in terms of attracting and retaining talent.